I didn't know about community, I didn't know about nothing. Peaches give me a community because Peach is for the people.
Canning Town is there's a real mixture.
Loads of new builds.
And then they built that Morrison's shopping centre down there, which was a boom.
Great transport links.
I've been here over 40 years.
I've been in Custom House for 25 years.
I think there was a big house down here run by the customs people, and it was the area they got the name.
Describe to me what Canning Town is like.
I suppose being part of the East End, it's old school values.
The first meeting of any trade union took place in Canning Town Public Hall.
So this is a very political area, and it's a place where the history of organising has very deep and profound roots.
If you are powerless, in other words, if you can't change your local circumstances, then you have to come together.
Peach's People's Empowerment Alliance for Custom House.
I've heard that they are like the community voice for Custom House Canning Town, and we live in the middle between both.
I'm in Peach for about almost 4 years, and it's just like a family for me.
It's just for firing me. If I see something is wrong, I want to put it right. And if I can help to do that, then that's my goal.
It centered the community around some common causes. And then in addition to that, it then also provided us the tools that we need, one, to understand our situation, and then two, to affect actual change.
We found that there were a lot of particularly new immigrants who had children in the schools who, their English wasn't great, maybe they didn't really understand the system, and so Peach did a lot of outreach and a lot of support to those parents to help them be able to support their children. Peach did ESOL programs, they did homework clubs. Shipman Youth Center has always been an important partner for Peach. The work that they do with young people is so important, and we've been able to partner with them to provide the Expand Youth Project.
Expand was a youth project that ran in the summer, do different activities, go out for the day, and it would help them with their confidence. It did have an impact on a lot of people. There was one young boy who did attend 1 year. His mum was very grateful because it brought him out of his shell. He was able to communicate with people after that. The City Safe project was formed from young people because a young person was stabbed in Custom House, and they wanted to make somewhere safe for young people or anybody to go. They were feeling hurt or somebody was following them, and they done a campaign and went along to the shops on Prince Regent Lane to ask if they would use the shop as a safe haven. The shopkeepers asked what it meant, the young people explained it to them, and a majority of the shops agreed to have safe havens.
Peach members from very early on understood that the shopkeepers were being forced out of the area. We were losing independent shops, but we were losing local shopkeepers. And many of the shopkeepers were very involved with Peach for a long time. And through all of that work, we were able to get a shopkeepers charter agreed with the council, and that's been a really important part of the Peach legacy. And then, of course, employment and training was a big focus for Peach. So they created their own workers' cooperative. It was a commercial cleaning business.
COVID came, and we thought of all the vulnerable people in the area because there was no shops open. We decided to run a community kitchen, and that made a massive impact.
When I go to the meals, I met new people, so we built a community. I was a DV survivor by that time.
Peach decided, wanted to do something to help stop domestic violence and help support victims and survivors.
We also had domestic violence workshops that felt really empowering, and it touched an issue that is very serious in the community.
What is the big achievement I got from Peach was break the mayor's contact. From that I came to the council tenancy, in which I wasn't expecting that. I was thinking forever I would stay as a private tenant.
Well, I used to be a mayor's tenant, and we campaigned for the council to take back their properties from mayors because all the properties were run down.
Really bad conditions. Broken windows, mold, damp.
I contracted severe asthma through the mould and the damp in my house.
The roof where the TV is all leaking. The roof is leaking and it's going onto the system and the TV.
We was living in disarray. There was repairs that needed doing. There was families up there with young children.
I had the little baby and my kids were very frightened with the rat smiles to the point that they don't want even to go to the toilet or even to sleep because we might find them there. They were like the new owners of the house.
When I first moved here, I was going through the homeless team. Yeah, I was homeless with my child and my landlord was the mayor. Wow, they were the worst of the worst of the worst. The mice, the rats, they were out of control. People have a hole in their roof. The worst incident ever happened is to have a bat fall out through the roof on a tenant. And she was elderly as well. We fight. We fight day in, we fight in the rain, we demonstrate, we scream, we loud.
We broadcast about our problems, our situations, what we were going on, and through that our voices were heard all around the world.
I love a protest. It's half the fun, isn't it? Down to council and have a moan up. What do we want? Where do we want it? And all that, yeah.
I remember the first action I get involved in is when went up to the mayor's office and he tried to deny everything, which I was prepared for the fight, so I did carry a bag of cockroach in my hand and I was sitting there and he was like, oh, what, our property, you don't have cockroach, rah, rah, rah. So I threw the bag on the table. Never expected to go all over. There were tea and coffees on the table. I didn't know the bag was going to spill open. So it spilled open and they're running cockroach. So I said to him, that's how we are living. You see how you grab your tea and your office is screaming. Just imagine have them in your baby cot.
And we actually won that, so I knew from that minute, I knew Peach could do a lot of good. And now we are now temporary council tenants.
One of the issues that Peach had identified through their big listening campaign was about this looming regeneration scheme, which was threatening to demolish, housing in the area and potentially rebuild things that may not be affordable for them, and they were concerned about that. And as architects, what we were there to do was to kind of demystify a lot of things that are about like regeneration or planning or development.
So the way Peach organized was to create a team of people half of them would be architects, urbanists, or people who know regeneration processes, and the other half would be made of residents. And the idea would be that we would learn from each other to actually work together and create something that would reflect the aspiration of the people and the need of the place.
And to be able to draw that, literally, and to put it in documents. So we ended up producing in the first year the alternative regeneration plan.
Since then I've had my whole house refurbished. I've had new kitchen, I've had new bathroom, they've decorated, they've even put down new carpet.
We are able to speak to council officers or escalate our repairs.
I have a comfortable home, a house I can be proud of, like a house I can invite somebody to and don't feel shame, a house my kids don't have to sleep in with mice.
They were facing quite high rent rises, but through the work of Peach, the community, and sort of working with council, we did a lot of work to negotiate with the council to keep those rents low and affordable.
I think it's made a massive change because people around here were living in really bad housing conditions.
And it spills over into problems with antisocial behaviour. That's what young people tell us when they're asked, when they're focus grouped, about why they're being pulled towards gangs. They start by talking about their housing conditions. So for me, fixing your housing, it's the same kind of root issue that the trade unionists here were addressing 100 years ago.
You know, you really saw the passion in people. I think for all of us, it wasn't just work. It was about doing something that felt true.
And that was the best moments of our life, to see that we still have that community that, you know, that wants to fight for the future.
At the moment, we have a bigger plan for a permanent home campaign.
What do we want? Permanent house! Where do we want them? Now! What do we want? Permanent house!
There are more than 300 temporary tenant residents in the area. Temporary tenants have a more precarious living situation than secure council tenants, and they can be moved out at any time with a very short notice. We lack security, and we don't know where we are going to end up or how long we would be staying in the area.
There's a lady who has been homeless and unsecure tenants for 22 years. Her life is almost end, but she's still worried, you know. At that age, she don't want to move here and there, to change everything and rebuild her life from scratch again.
It's very hard to have any sense of community around here with a high number of temporary tenants moving in and out of the area.
They moved me almost 16 properties. I'm still in unsecure tenants, but still there is a hope for me. If I work with the Peach, there might be I'm not getting homeless again.
I know what Peach does for me. They give me a voice. I'm a fighter now. I can stand up for my rights.
I know that I've got a voice. I know that I can fight.
I can be listened to as well, like, you know, I'm important.
They gave me the tools to be able to go out and achieve what I needed to achieve for myself and my family. So working with Peach, there was a load of things that I learnt within the organisation, and I could stand up and speak for myself and be heard. So they gave me a voice as well as the tools to do that.
No eviction today! Go away! No eviction today!
And also knowing that I've got a community behind my back.
I'm a part of the community.
Peach is brilliant. They give me family that I never know I would have.
You are at the Peach Summer Party. Welcome to everyone and let the celebration begin.
We'll do your sword now. What kind of sword would you like?
So lots of people have come together to have fun. An event organised by Peach.
And yeah, the feeling's great that everyone wants to come together.
I didn't know about Peach before, so it was the event that allowed me to know more about these.
It is quite rare to know who your neighbour is, what their name is. So these kind of events are, really special in that way.
My son's here playing football. My daughter, she's made some new friends. Oh, here they both are. They've had their faces painted. They've got some ice cream, played pinata. Yeah, and they've met some new friends. So yeah, we're really happy to be here today.
Okay, great. Good job.
How many hits did you have?
I had like only 2. It was so hard.
Did you have lots of hits?
Peach has brought strengths to the community, and we found their voices.
Is make you that you are an important part of the community.
Being part of Peach, I think has helped a lot of people make new friends, able to talk to other people about their issues, any problems, and we're all there to help each other out.
You know, the essence of what Peach is about is getting local voices heard, but also addressing that power imbalance.
Is give that power that, you know, together we can be heard.
When you go with the team, then we are something. They can't mistreat us anymore.
The community built Peach, and we had a voice. So once we had that voice, they stood up and they listened.
As long as you stay in your space, you have power. As long as you stand your ground, you have power.
It really changed how I saw how power works, which is a huge revelation, and then how it can be, how people can claim it back.
A lot of good work that Peach did in those early days is building really meaningful relationships with councillors, mayors, and officials within Newham Council as well. And I think they did a lot of that work to give a platform for the community, people like myself, to have a voice and then to affect change.
Peach has built up not only a reputation, but the ability to negotiate with decision makers and win on issues that are really important to local people.
And I think it had a wider impact on organisations like the GLA, like the Greater London Authority.
They've accomplished a lot in terms of housing and regeneration that have given them a national reputation.
When you say Peach, the council, like, oh, listen, I'm not going against them, you know, because they're not scared to come out.
Part of the legacy of Peach is the Community Land Trust.
So they get a piece of land from the council and build properties on it at low cost rent. People who are on a low income would be able to afford to live in that property. The money stays in the CLT and the rent helps still for repairs and maintenance and so forth.
Peach came to my life like an angel, to be honest.
Peach is working for the people who've been neglected for years and years.
I think that's one of the things I'm proudest of Peach is how it took a community that was annoyed, angry, but sort of directed that into something positive.
Peach become like another lifeline or savior or something you can say. And I survived that period through the Peach.
Peach is not just Peach organisation, it's like a family to us. Like anytime we have problems, we can always go back to Peach, speak about it, see what we can do, how we're going to get over it.
And they've helped make a real difference to housing, to regeneration, to repairs, getting some of the rent arrears. They've made a huge impact on people.
An organisation like Peach, which hasn't been around a long time, has achieved a level of trust that is a real legacy.
You know, decision makers and politicians have reached out to Peach because they're such a strong local voice.
So I think one of the biggest things was like the fact that people were organising and they weren't just letting things just happen to them anymore. They were kind of taking the destiny in their own hands in a way.
Peach is that really, it's that springboard that allows people to defend the dignity that they need to be able to have a decent neighbourhood and a good life and build the relationships that are necessary for the defence of dignity.
We used to say that we couldn't go to uni, we couldn't go to work because of this frustration, financial things. I can tell you today, some of my friends are nurses, some of my friends are doing amazing work and they are happy because they are in a healthy homes, they are in a financial way, they can pay the rent, there's no debt.
Over the 10 years, Peach made my life a livable life, you know, made me make friends, made me have a community that I didn't know I would ever be a part of.
I think they're a great little team. They do their best for the people and yeah, they should be praised for what they do.
I'm looking forward to the future with the Peach.
Come to Peach. It's a family, it's a community, it's somewhere where you can find the answers and you are not alone.
Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot to get my phone off. Oh, my daughter, 1 minute.
Yeah.
Kiara, baby, you just wait, let me call you back, I'm in an interview.